Hi guys, I hope that you're doing well. Today I'm so excited to share with you our baby essentials. Evan and I are very minimalist type of people. We're not extreme minimalists, but we definitely like to live with less. When it comes to babies, there's so much stuff that you can begin to accumulate. A lot of people are going to gift you things, which is beautiful, but you're also going to feel a lot of pressure to buy things that down the road or immediately you're going to realize that you don't really need. And the truth is, babies really don't need that much stuff. What babies need is your presence and your attention and your awareness, more than any of the fluff or the stuff that big industry and marketing and brands are going to make you feel like you need for your child. And my baby, Bridgette, she's a little girl. She is 10 months old now. And we're in an awesome flow now with the things that she needs and that we need at home and out and about. And that's going to change just over the next few months as she grows and comes into new phases of her development. But I would love to share with you the minimalist and zero waste. We also love to be as low waste and as plastic free in this family as possible. So I'm going to share those things with you from her newborn phase up until today at 10 months. So the biggest one is the diaper situation. We have chosen to do reusable diapers or cloth diapers, and it's work. It's definitely work. It's not as easy as just whipping out a fresh diaper from a plastic pack and then just throwing it away. It requires some work to take care of them and to wash them every other day. We wash them every other day. And I'll share with you what we do. So when she was a newborn, we used these newborn diapers, and these are so small. They don't fit her anymore, obviously. But she wore these newborn diapers for the first 3 months of her life. And they're called Clothies, and they're from Green Mountain Diapers. All of the stuff that I talk about in this video, I'm going to link in the description box below so you can go find them. But these are an organic cotton, just little diaper. And so when the baby wets this diaper, it's going to seep through because there's no coating on the outside. So you first put this on, and then it has this little waterproof flap that goes over it. And so for her newborn phase, we bought 20 of these. It was either 20 or 25. I think it was 20 of these diapers and then 3 of these ones. And that was the perfect amount for us. I didn't need any more. I didn't need any less. Sometimes I maybe could have used one more of these, like in a pinch, but for the most part, I'm really glad that I only got 3 of these covers. And what we would do, and this is still what we do today with our cloth diapers, is that these, when they were done, would go into a wet bag. There's a bunch of diapers in here right now, about maybe 1 day's, this is about 1 day's worth of diapers in here currently. But this is a wet bag that when wet stuff goes inside, it is going to keep it from dripping on the outside. You don't want to have a soaking wet, like gone in the pool or shower diaper or clothing in here, because that will seep through. But something that's relatively dry is going to stay in here, and it doesn't even smell. Like, it smells fine. And so we put the dirty diapers into this bag, and it hangs on a hook on her little diaper changing station. And now that she's outgrown those newborn diapers, what we use are the Bum Genius cloth diapers. This is the all-in-one organic cotton Bum Genius diaper, and it has so many different levels of like size and shape and all of that. It's really customizable. And so we started using this around 3 months. And it was obviously scrunched up a lot smaller for her then, and now fits her perfectly. So that's what we do. And for the wipes, we don't use disposable wipes either. We use these reusable cloth wipes. These are organic cotton wipes from Green Mountain Diapers. I have a huge stack of these. Also for these, I have 25 of these, and that's the perfect amount for us to be able to wash diapers every other day. Sometimes a little more frequent, sometimes a little less frequent. It depends, but generally every other day. And I've got a big stack of 40 of these, about 30 to 40, don't remember exactly, but what I do is, this is empty right now, I need to refill it, but it says baby's butt solution on it, and this is her butt solution that I fill with a squirt of Dr. Bronner's baby unscented soap, just like one little dash. You don't need a lot of it. I've learned that the hard way and done like way too much, and it just gets really sudsy. I do a squirt of that, a squirt of jojoba oil, a drop of lavender oil, and a drop of tea tree oil, and then just fill it up with water from the sink. And when it's time to change the diaper, I do that all over the cloth, wipe it all up. This goes back into the wet bag with the other diapers, and voila, that's diaper changing 101. And when it comes to diaper rashes, we live in a really humid climate in Hawaii, and she gets diaper rashes pretty often. She has a pretty bad one right now. And I bought a diaper rash thing from the health food store that honestly does not work very well. I think it probably provides her a little bit of relief from the discomfort of it, but it hasn't ever significantly helped the diaper rash go away. But what has helped her diaper rash is our Alchemy skin serum. This is the skin serum that Evan and I make. You can find it on our website at moonandrock.com. But it's a really gentle, soothing skin serum for any kind of skin condition. Evan and I use it on everything from like scrapes, bites, rashes, acne, scars, all of the things. And this really helps her diaper rash. So I put this on a few times a day, and it makes it significantly less red and irritated. So I don't use those diaper rash lotions anymore. I just use this. And when we're going out and about during the day, I carry this bag, and inside of this bag I put a few diapers, I put these wipes, and I also I have an extra wet bag in there also, so I have 2 wet bags, one for home, one for going out. And then I have another bottle of her diaper solution, and this bottle I just reused from, this is my Perry bottle from postpartum healing, so just reused that. And I have this kava tincture. It's kava in vegetable glycerin that really helps for teething. This is an amazing teething remedy, holistic remedy for babies. There's no alcohol in it. Even if there was, just a drop is perfectly safe and fine for babies. If you can't find a glycerin kava tincture, alcohol is fine, but I put a drop of this on my finger and I just rub it on her teeth, and she loves the taste of it. Kava, if you've never had kava and you have it for the first time, you might not enjoy it. It's definitely bitter, and it creates a numbing sensation in the mouth. Only for a minute or 2, and it's very light numbing, but that kind of numbing, tingly thing, relief, for the baby's gums is amazing. So I always carry this with me while she's teething. And sunscreen. This is my favorite sunscreen. It's the All Good tinted one. And my baby is very white, so white sunscreen on her just looks super crazy, which is all good, but I prefer the tinted kind. So that is all that I carry in this bag when we go out and about. Really simple, lightweight, and don't need much more than that. So back to the newborn stage real quick. What was really helpful for us was to have a bunch of these muslin cloths. I have 10 of these, and I got them for the birth because we had a home birth, and it was really awesome to have these warmed up on a heating pad right before she was born, and then when she was born they were nice and warm, and our midwife helped us put these cloths every few minutes on her to keep her warm so that we could stay in the water together for a little while. But I ended up not thinking I was going to reuse these so much, but I use these so much. I use them as burping cloths. I use them as just like blankets for her. I use them as wipes to clean things up. Like, they're super hefty, awesome. I still keep them all out on our diaper rack because I use them every single day. So these flannel, did I say muslin? I meant to say flannel if I said muslin. These are flannel cloths. And then I also, this is not muslin material, but these are called muslin swaddle blankets, or this is, I guess it's not muslin, it's just a swaddle blanket. This is a cotton swaddle blanket, and I have probably 10 of these swaddle blankets. These swaddle blankets were very important for us too, and I still use them, not near as much, but because she doesn't get swaddled anymore, but we would swaddle her in these, lay them out on the floor for her to play on, wipe things up, all the things. These are invaluable. And up until about 4 months, maybe 5 months, Bridgette slept in this, in between us. So we co-slept for the first, actually it was about 6 months, but up until 5 months or so, I don't remember exactly, she was in this. And this is called a Snuggle Me organic co-sleeping pillow. It has a cover that goes on it that's a really soft, it's actually the same material as this. This is from the same company, but this soft material that goes on it, and she slept in the middle, so if she were to roll or anything, she wouldn't roll out of it. And we could feel the pillow right there. And then around 5 months, she grew out of it and really obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. So she started sleeping in the bed just with us, and now she has her own crib, and that's just what has worked for us. I really, really, really loved this pillow, not only for co-sleeping, but also I'd bring this around the house all day because newborns sleep a lot. And when I would be out in the living room or anywhere else in the house, I would just lay this down on a chair or on the couch, and she could sleep in that while I was out there with her. So this was also so invaluable for us, and I highly recommend it. When it comes to showering / bathing, we actually really don't bathe Bridgette that much. We got one of those plastic like newborn bathing things, and we used it twice because it was just honestly so much easier, and it still is so much easier for us to just shower with her when we shower than to spend an extra 30 minutes to an hour bathing with her. And we also live off-grid, completely off-grid. We get our power from solar panels, and we get our water from the rain in a catchment tank. And though it rains a lot here and we have a lot of water, it still doesn't make the most sense for us to be filling up a bathtub every night. It just makes a lot more sense for us and for our water system to just shower with her. So I only used that thing about twice. I have never met anyone else who feels that way that I do, that they would just rather shower with their baby. If you do too, let me know down below so I don't feel so alone in that. But that's a great thing if you want to bathe your baby. But we also didn't, there are so many different soaps and creams and all kinds of things that are marketed for babies, and we haven't used any of those. When we do shower with her, we use just this, again, that I use for the diaper solution, just a drop of it, and wipe. I don't even wipe her whole body with it. I just wipe her bottom with it. Because your baby is really, their skin is so sensitive, and they have so many beautiful natural oils, and especially in those first few months of their life. They're developing their microbiome, and you really don't want to be wiping that good bacteria and those good natural oils off of their skin. You really want to let their immune system develop in that way and not get them squeaky clean. It's really good to let the different, bacteria and things from your house collect on their skin, and from your own body too, and your own milk. All of those things are so good to have on the baby's skin for developing their immune system. Obviously, you don't want them to stink in those first few months. I mean, there were times when she would just get really crusty with milk crusts and curds all over her, and I would use the soap to wash that out, but that was only every few days or maybe once a week. And then in the times that we did do the bath, I just did a drop of lavender oil with a drop of this into the bath. So instead of, using a bunch of different soaps or buying a bunch of different soap bottles, you can have multi-purpose low waste solutions to those things by just using this. And we also refill this at our health food store. I've had this bottle for probably 3 years, and I just keep refilling it at the health food store. And then I also use lavender oil for so many different things, like for the bath, diaper solution. I use it on myself every single night. I use it in the diffuser. So many options. And Bridgette also has her own towel, so we just have one towel for her. This is what she uses. It's an organic cotton muslin towel. And for wipes for cleaning, I also have, it's the same material, same kind of thing, just this really gentle, soft, organic cotton wipe for her to wipe her body down with. And then when it comes to breastfeeding, there's these reusable pads, and I did start using these. I probably have 6 of these. I started using these maybe 3 months, 4 months into breastfeeding, but those first few months for me, I had a way oversupply of milk, and I would leak a lot. So I used the Lance, for the most part, in those first few months, I used the Lancino disposable pads, and I would soak through one of those pads in an hour. So I used multiple a day. But there's some women that don't leak all that much, and you really might not need something that hefty, but I would soak through one of these in 10 minutes. And then, so when I was using these, if you do have an oversupply of milk, use the disposable ones. Just do it because you really don't want to get mastitis. And when I was trying to use these, when I had the oversupply issue, I started to get initial signs of mastitis because the bacteria would just collect here, and that's not good. That's not what you want. Mastitis is really painful and not something that you really want to go through in those first few months if you don't have to. So if you have an oversupply, just take care of yourself and use the disposable ones. However, once I got to that point where I was barely leaking, I was leaking a little throughout the day, but not too much, I used these. And so then I used these for probably 2 or 3 months. I would just use like 1 or 2 a day, and then I would just wash these along with our diapers, and I don't leak anymore, so I don't have to use them anymore. There are quite a few different carrier options out there for carrying your baby. We had a ring sling and one of those Moby style wraps. It wasn't the brand Moby, but I think the brand was called Chico. So we had the ring sling, we had the Moby wrap, and then we have an Ergo. And I love the Ergo carrier, even at the very beginning. That the ring sling just didn't do it for me. Maybe you love a ring sling, and if you do, that's awesome. The ring sling just didn't work for me or for my baby. And the Moby style wrap for the first 2 months of her life was awesome. It's definitely a lot to put on. It requires a lot of effort and takes time. But when she was super small, it was so easy to just like, once I had it on, slide her in it, wrap her up, and I could like fold it over her head, and it was really thin and lightweight, and I really liked that for the first 2 months. But after that, we've been using this Ergo 360 like all-in-one carrier every single day. And this one, I'm going to link this specific one down below. I think this is their newer version that is fit for newborns up until you can't physically carry them anymore. It's so versatile and awesome. So these bottom parts you can like open up, and their newborn legs just scrunch up in there. Because you want to wait till their legs get more developed, wait a few months until their legs can dangle out till they get bigger. But we use this for the newborn phase, and then now she faces forward in it or frontward. She really likes to face forward and see the world. But this, you guys, you cannot go wrong with this Ergo carrier. I am so in love with it. It's worth every penny. In the newborn phase, she still kind of drinks from this little bottle if we ever need to put milk in a bottle. If I'm out and have milk in the freezer and Evan wants to feed her with it, we use this. But this is just a glass bottle that isn't the greatest for babies now. Like, I don't let her play with this because she'll break it. She's very strong and will bang things on the ground. But in the newborn phase, when you're the one just feeding the baby with the bottle, I really like this glass one, only just because I try to save on plastic as much as possible. So I just got this glass bottle, and it's got a natural rubber little spout for them. But now that she does drink herself from a sippy cup, she can hold this up and drink it by herself. I'm not gonna let her do that with a glass one, so I use this bottle from Pura, and it's an insulated stainless steel like natural rubber lid thing. So if you put something, like if I were to put warm milk in here, it would stay warm for I think 12 hours, or something cold, it would stay cold, room temperature. Like, you get the picture. It's gonna keep whatever's inside of it at the same temperature, which is really awesome. So I fill this up for her every morning, and she just drinks from it throughout the day. She mostly spills it on herself or spits it out onto the floor, which is all good, but at the end of the day, it's always empty. So I just let her kind of play with this and chew on it and drink from it every day. And when it comes to food, there's so many different options, and really you have to decide what works for you and your family and your baby, your lifestyle, the way that you eat, the way that you want for your child to eat. But just for the sake of sharing my own experience, I'll just share with you that we just feed Bridgette what we feed ourselves. Nothing all that much different. If we're eating something super salty or super herby or flavorful, which is kind of rare because we eat really simply in general, but if there's something that I intuit that would not be good for her, I won't give that to her, and I'll just give her something simpler. But for the most part, I don't make anything special for her because it's just a lot much more work for me, and it's perfectly awesome and great for her to be eating the things that we eat. So whatever it is that we're cooking that night, every meal throughout the day now she's having bits and pieces of food for every meal of the day, plus like snacks and whatever. I just cut off a little or break off a little portion and give that to her. And she's got this little kitty cat spoon here that a friend of mine gave me, and it's now Bridgette's because she loves kitty cats. But if there's anything soupy like a smoothie or like mashed potatoes, or if I'm giving her, like, she loves coconut butter, so I stick this in the coconut butter and give that to her. But this is her one little spoon, and I just put that like in a mug or in a separate piece on my own plate, and that's what she eats. And now she's got 2 little teeth at the bottom, and I just noticed this morning there's another one coming in up top. So I actually just bought this yesterday. It's her first toothbrush. It's just a bamboo toothbrush, and so I'll just give her, because her teeth are getting really tall, so I feel that it's a good time to just kind of give them a little clean every night. So I just got this. Is there anything else? I don't think so. If there's something I missed, maybe there was, let me know if you've got any questions about any other aspects of baby essentials, especially if you're trying to be more minimalist and zero waste. Just comment down below and I'll get back to ya.